can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would have tried to get Nicki Minaj.
Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He was going for Gates, his tight end that time. So after the INT, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 5. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Allen fighting through pressure. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Rivers. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Murphy now to return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. This give is to McCoy, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Corey Legion in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Caught by Gates, left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. From midfield, here's Allen. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen now on first down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And going over the middle here to Curley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
On the ground, Ivory. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Chris Ivory, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was going for the age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Second down, Rivers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah,
exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Spinning away. 50 move. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have now moved out in front of the Dolphins. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
Detroit!
Now Allen. Forced out to his left. He can't bring him down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Got some real estate inside the 30. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. And down to the 19-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here's Allen to throw it. Left side here, caught by Clay. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw on third down, Rivers. He's got a man, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The first down throw here for Rivers. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trent Murphy able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Rivers now on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
No, Jack, Patriot!
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He finds McCoy, and he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st down, Allen. And Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll try to run with Ivory. Chris Ivory loses the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gates, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And that'll make it third down.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on. And, boy, defenses zero in on it, don't they?
A little bit too telegraphed that time, and that's why it's knocked away. The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To the air, Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Caught by Gates, left side. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Rivers to throw it. Allen's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Rivers. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Kyle Williams in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now out come the Bills. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Allen to throw on second down. Being chased out left. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
Allen now on first down. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable second and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Allen. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3
Allen to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. The Bills send the punter out. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it.
Now Rivers. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Here's Murphy. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Back to throw. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. First carry here for Tywan Jones. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And that is no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
Certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Now the first throw in overtime for Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road